wabarakatuh. Hi, good morning everyone. How are you today? I hope you are fine wherever you are. In this video, I'm going to explain the correlation among all material that I have learned, such as the writing process and collaboration at work, writing memos and writing emails with the effectively paragraph. But before that, I will explain first what writing process and collaboration at work is. Then I will explain what and how to write a good and correct memos and how to write an email according to standard rules. Then at the end of the conclusion, I will explain the correlation between all the material with effectively paragraph. So let's the point of the first material. It is writing process and collaboration work. The writing process and collaboration at work. Definition. Collaborative writing is a method of group work that takes place in the workplace and in the classroom. Researchers expand the idea of collaborative writing beyond groups working together to complete a writing task. Collaboration can be defined as individuals communicating, whether orally or in written form, to plan, draft, and revise a document. The success of collaboration in group work is often incumbent upon a group's agreed upon plan of action. At times, success in collaborative writing is hindered by a group's failure to adequately communicate their desired strategies. So next, for the explaining, I divide to 8 points, then plus conclusion. So the first one is how to be a successful writer. The first one is identify your audience needs and then determine your purpose in writing to the audience, and then make sure your message meets your audience needs, and then use the most appropriate style and tone for your message. And the last is format your work to convey your message clearly for your audience. Okay, the second is what writing is not. Writing is not something mysterious done according to a magical formula known only to a few. Even if you have not done much writing before, you can learn to write effectively. And the third one is what writing is. Writing is a fluid process. It is dynamic, not static. It enables you to discover and evaluate your thoughts as you draft and revise. And the fourth one is researching. Research is crucial to obtain the right information for your audience. Information must be factually correct and intellectually significant. The word of work is based on conveying information, the logical presentation, and sensible interpretation of facts. And then the five is planning. How about the planning? Okay, planning at this stage in the writing process, your goal is to get something, anything done on paper or on your computer screen. For most writers, getting started is the hardest part of the job, but you will feel more comfortable and confident once you begin to see your ideas before your eyes. It is always easier to clarify and critique sometimes you can see. And then, six, revising. Revision is an essential stage in the writing process. It requires more than giving your work another quick glance. Do not be tempted to skip the revision stage just because you have written the required number of words or section, or because you think you have put in too much time already. Revision is done after you produce a draft that you think conveys the appropriate message for your audience. The quality of your memo, letter, or report depends on the revision you make now. And then how about the seventh one? The seventh one is editing. Editing is quality control for your reader. This last stage in the writing process might be compared to detailing an automobile. The preparation a dealer goes through to ready a new car for prospective buyers. Editing is done only after you are completely satisfied that you have made all the big decisions about content and organization, that you have said what you wanted to, where and how you intended for your audience. Okay, the eighth one is guidelines for writing less and clear sentences. So the conclusion is being a good writer is of course very sensitive to the rules of writing itself. by applying ethics and rules in good writing. A writer will get to the benefits at once. They are satisfaction and can also earn income because that is the effect of a writing quality. So I want to continue to writing memos. Definition. A memo is actually short for memorandum. It is one of the most used means of official communication in the business world. Its main purpose is to serve as a reminder or to give some instruction. Usually, we write a memo is for one of the following 5 reasons. The first one is as a reminder, and the second is highlights an event or circumstance, and the third one is to record an event, and the fourth one is keep on official record of anything, and the fifth one is to pass information or instruction. Memos have been a popular way for communicating for over a century now. This is because they have many advantages as seen below. The first, they are a very cost-effective way of mass communication, and their transmission is also very cheap. Another advantage is its simplicity. They are very simple to write and understand. You got it? Okay, I will continue. The third one is memos tend to be brief and to the point. They also reach a lot of people, so they are very time-saving as well. And the last, they also serve as evidence in case of a dispute. Okay, and then I will give you explain about strategies for organizing a memo. The first header. Header contains 1, 2, 3, 4 points like a to, and then a from, and then that, and then a re. So in re, you can enter subject here. Okay. For the next is introduction. The introduction of your memo should do the following: tell readers clearly about the issue or policy that prompted you to write, and then explain briefly any background information the readers needs to know. And the last is basically speak about what you are going to accomplish in your memo. And then the body or the content of a discussion. In the body or discussion section of your memo, help readers in these ways. The first, stage why a problem, procedure, or decision is important, who will be affected by it, and what the consequences are. And the second is indicates why and what changes are necessary. And the last, give precious date, time, location, and cost. Absolutely, we have conclusion. In your conclusion, state specifically how you want the reader to respond to your memo. To get readers to act appropriately, you can do one or more of the following. Ask readers to call you if they have any questions. Request a reply in writing, over the telephone, via email, or in person by a specific date. And the last, provide the list of recommendations that the readers are to accept, revise, or reject. For the last material is writing emails. Okay, I will explain about the definition briefly. So the definition email is email short for electronic email is one of the most widely used features of the internet. Along with the web, it allows you to send and receive message to and from anyone with an email address anywhere in the world. For the company email, you have to pay attention to the first, don't use it for your personal message. The second is never write an email to discuss a confidential subject, raise a grievance, or a complaint about a co-worker. Make sure of your fact before sending an email to customers. So what's the function of email? Okay, I will give you explains about the function of email is the first one, sending and receiving message, and then email is our official address in cyberspace, and the email is a promotion media tools for registering on various sites and social media. Okay, this is the important thing about the email, guidelines for using email. Okay, I will explain about that. The first one is make sure your email is confidential and ethical. Okay, do you got it? Make sure your email is confidential and ethical, and then observe all the proprietary requirements when using email. And then use an acceptable format. Okay, and the next, follow all of the rules of etiquette when answering email, and then adopt a professional style. The last is ensure that your email is safe and secure. Okay. Now I will give you explain about the parts of email. Parts of email the same like memos. Parts of memos I mean, yeah. So parts of an email contain first header. The header should explain everything to your audience because it is the first thing they see before opening your email. The header contains the least amount of content, but it's the most important because it is what email receiver use to decide whether they should open your email or not. Okay, the header contains like email subject line. In here, you must be attention grabbing, short, personal, and action oriented. And then the header have email from, sender name, and this part use a name that is recognized by the receiver of the email. And then date and time received also, and the reply to, and the recipient to, and recipient email address. So how about the body? The body of email. In the body, there is an attached information which we will confine to the email receiver. And make sure you convince them you said something important, valuable, and interesting to encourage action. And then how about the footer? The footer, contact information, absolutely, and then social media accounts links, yes, and then unsubscribe lines. And then I will give you explain about how to an effective email. The first one is the subject line, and then start with an appropriate greeting, and then keep your message short and concise, and then use standard fonts, and then writing your closing, and then schedule your email and check the spelling. Okay, and then how to write good email. Okay, this is the important thing to make you sure that's how to write good email. How to write good email? Let's follow the simple rules to get your emails noticed and access you want. Don't over communicate by email, and then make good use of subject lines, and keep message clear and brief. Be polite, check your tone, and proofread. Okay, I think that's all enough. My explain about three material like collaboration and writing of memos, and the last material is writing of email. So the conclusion that I can derive from all the material above is the correlation between all the material above, starting from collaboration in writing material, the material about memos, and material about email, is correlation that each other has the same purpose as a means of facilitating non-verbal communication, which like this memo is an effective way of conveying message from a leader to his subordinates, both in a company or institution. Like with an email, it occurs with the function of the email itself, namely as a means of conveying and receiving a message either between individuals or between companies and institutions. Then, as in the memo, here we recognize that there are several types of memos, including official ones, some standard ones, but the contents are basically the same, namely containing headers, memo parts such as to, from, that, and subject, then introduction, body, and conclusion. So it suits every part of an email. Now I will give you the most important thing of this video contents. This is as for the how to write a good paragraph in the effectively paragraph material is as a basic skill to be able to write memos in emails properly according to the standard rules of memos and email itself. And effectively paragraph contains three main parts like memo and email. They are a topic sentence, the body, and the concluding sentence. The body of the paragraph usually follows containing supporting details. Supporting sentences have explain, prove, or exchange the topic sentence. The concluding sentence is the last sentence in the paragraph. So this is what is meant by the existence of a fundamental relation of all the material that described above with the effectively paragraph. Do you get it? Okay, I will give once. The correlation between all the materials above, starting from collaboration in writing material, the material about memos, and material about email, with effectively paragraph, is content of three main parts. They are normally topic, body, and conclusion sentences. Okay, now how is everything clear? Okay, it's time for me to say goodbye. If there are questions about the material that we have discussed, please put them in the comments columns. I think that's all enough for today. So thank you so much for your pay attention, and then thank you so much also for your watching this video. Keep your health, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.